All right, looking very dad-like this evening. Normally he's wearing a leather jacket. On the side of width, this guy's here every month, and he's a Vine Street favorite. Let's hear it for Sam Tallent, everybody. On the side of width. And going first on the side of length, Nate Balding.
All right, well, undoubtedly, my opponent will try and regale you with something about how length doesn't really matter because a clitoris is, rather the cervix is only about 3 inches in, so you don't have to be that long, and width is really what's important. And anyway, it's the angle of the clitoris that actually matters during the sex. I'm not going to be so crass to tell you anything about dicks. I refuse to. I'm not going to do it. Instead, I want to take you down a pathway of self-improvement. I want to help you learn how to make your life better through the magic that is length. Do you want to come along this pathway with me? All right, I'm glad you want to come along this pathway. That's right, long, length, long. Length, having the qualities of length to be long, to go along, a long time. Time, the arrow of time, moves along. Space-time pathways, space-time, time and space. Space-time, time travel. Travel along the pathway. The arrow of time travels forever, forever, expanding the universe, expanding your mind. Length is your mind expanding in the universe, and the universe is your mind expanding in length. That's the first thing you have to know about my program. Long time, no see. Long time, again, the arrow of time, expanding forever and ever throughout the universe. No see, can't see. Seeing no end. Human improvement, moving forever through the universe, forever and ever, expanding across space and time. Time travel, travel through time with the human race, becoming better and better, self-improving with no end in sight. That's the second thing you have to know. The other thing I want to talk about, the arrow of time, that's very important. The arrow, if you recall, the bow and arrow, early martial weapon, allowed humans to kill easier, to eat meat. Meat is food, food is life. Life is length, length is life. Length is eating, length is life. Sam Tallent.
Oh boy. Apparently, Nate Balding took this debate topic really seriously, because I think he did a very long length of cocaine right before he went on stage. Share the wealth, man. Let's get with it. You look like a substitute teacher right now. Guys, it's the cocaine. It always is. That in the lesson plan. That's what you got to remember. Guys, I'm up here to talk about width because obviously I have to. As a rock golem, I am here to tell you guys that width is cool, guys. All right? And I don't really, let's be honest, who knows what the difference between width and length is? Anyone? Does anyone know? It's not Professor Bongrip up here, for sure. It's definitely not me. Length is apparently how long something is. Right? Did I nail that? I think. Is anyone professor of lengthology in here? Measurement science. And then width. Width is like how long you are from one side of something to the other. So for instance, I don't have a shoulder length. I have a shoulder width, all right? Which is good. It's broad. I can help you move. If I'm awake, I'll do it. I'm a strapping young lad. Also, when it comes to hips, you want very wide hips on a woman, or else you're just looking at very long, stretched out stillborns, all right? You're just looking at pulled taffy babies. They look like that footage of when Saddam got hung. That's what they look like, guys. Too far with that one, for sure. Everyone who saw that video don't want to talk about it. That's all right. Guys, also, you said you weren't going to talk about dongs. You open with dong stuff. I'll talk about dongs, all right? Open strong, talk dong. That's in the book. It's it. It's page 1 of Jokeology, all right? Which I'm teaching at the free school. If you have, where are you guys going? That guy doesn't want to talk about length or width. You know what I mean? Old nickel sack over there. See, giant dong dude replaced him. That's cool. All right. Okay. That guy just came from learning every Pantera bass tab. Guys, a width dong, a dong that is very widthful, all right? Not wistful, not one who's sentimental of a time past. A very meaty, we're talking like a Pringles can type dong, all right? Like an old, you know, like the table your grandma had in her house where you put your coffee? One of those table legs type dongs, all right? When you're having sex with a lady, it doesn't matter how deep you go in there. You got to hit all the walls, all right? You're trying to fill that thing. That's the noise that should happen when you pull your dong out of a vagina. If you're not hitting, you're blowing it, all right? She's gonna leave you if your dick coming out of her vagina does not sound like a t-shirt cannon going off. Then pull out, and by out I mean your hat out of the race for her heart. All right, I'm done for now.
Stirring stuff. Now, who'd like to engage the universe in something that will help make them better, and not just know more about the sound that it should make when it pull it out of a pussy? Because I think, although important as that is, isn't it more important that we become better people? Width. It's just length laid down. Someone call it lengthwise. Wise, wisdom associated with age. Age, live long and prosper. Long leads to prosperity. Wisdom leads to prosperity. All old age leads to prosperity. Longevity is prosperity. Do you want to be prosperous with me? I think we all want to be prosperous. I think we would all love to live long and to prosper. Width, what do we know about width? Wide load, burden, burdensome, hurtful, crushing you down. Yes, wide berth. I can talk about vaginas as well. Sorry, I thought that might hit. I don't normally do crowd work. Oh, what else are we doing about wide? How about double wide? Who wants to live in a double wide? Not me. I don't want to live in a double wide. I want to prosper. I want to take the human race across the arrow of time, along space-time, to prosper, all of us together. Double wide, double bubble. What helps? What's on the bubble? You know what being on the bubble is? It's cancellation, the cessation of existence. That's what's on the bubble. That's what width is. Width is the cancellation of existence. Width is war. Another W word. W, that's two U's, two universes at war. I don't want that. Do you? That sounds like a terrible existence. Anyway, if you want to know more about my system, I've got my book, Length for Life. It's not just about dicks. For $29.95, I'll have it at the door. I'll even sign it and shake your hand. Thank you.
All right. Nate Balding, guys. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it wasn't cocaine. Could have been PCP. All right, I'm not sure. Either way, I like the act. Keep it up. That should be your act from now on. Just talking about cataclysm. That's what the people want. Guys, I have width, and he has length. That's something we got going for us right now. When it comes to length, nothing good is associated with length. All right, let's think about it when it comes to what weird long nips. You know what I'm talking about? You know, fucking catfish baiters. You know what I'm saying? Just have them lay down in the swamp and hope something for nibbles. That's what I'm talking about. Old fucking Nat Geo nips. This kind of situation. They can tell when it's gonna be like rainy because they just go crazy. Nipples that look like an ant's head. You know what I'm talking about? Just feeling for sound and smell. That kind of nipple. I'm not a big fan of that kind of nip. All right? I'm not a big fan of the Audi situation, the long belly button, the LBB, not the LBJ. All right? The LBB, this thing has ruined many a boner for me. I don't know about you guys. And ladies, sometimes you sit on it and get disappointed and then find out later you were wrong. You were 3 inches wrong. Who knows? But if you had a gigantic placental LBB, like a little, you know, like a Pringles can you get at the halftime of a soccer game, that kind of can, then you wouldn't even need to get hard. Am I blowing minds? Think about it. If you had a gigantic Audi, like not like long, but just like a protuberance, like it could be your twin that just grew inside of you. It could be, I don't know, something your mom should have dealt with. Either way, that could be a backup dong. But that's neither here nor there. I don't even know what the hell that is, really. What I do like that's long is the giant clit. The long clit, like the half of a worm coming out of the sand clit. You know what I mean? You guys aren't into long clits? What's your clit sitch? Let's talk about it. Wide clit, that's even better, because then you can just thumb war, all right? And then you know you've won when she's crying. It's wonderful. Not crying from some kind of assault, but from that's what comes out of her. She sprays, but from her face. That's the situation I've created. Also, length of life. I think of lifespan, and then I get bummed out. All right, because I'm not going the distance up here. I'm not going for speed. I like cake. Their lyrics don't pertain to me, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make it much longer because we all have lifespans. Wingspans, birds of a feather die together, okay? So I'm worried about that. Worried about dying earlier than other people might be. What other long things are there? This set right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, this one might help. The length of sex is often something that people want to talk about. Oh, she couldn't get off. I went short. That's a bummer. All right, what if it was the width of sex? Huh? Could that even be a thing? What if it was how many times around the earth you went? You know what I mean? What if we had circumferential sex? That'd be cool. And also, we all know what feet and yards are. We're all hip to that. Meters, kilometers, kilometers, who knows, all right? But what if we had widths for measurements? You know what I mean? What if it was like torso lengths of famous people? What if you ran 38 candies? You know what I'm talking about? Huh? What if you swam 17 Farleys every morning? You guys don't idolize the same people I did. We have very nothing in common. But guys, I'm going to close on this. Guys, the worst thing to do with length is that, well, that's the long and short of it. Nothing ever good has been said after that's the long and short of it. Usually it's, no, that's the long and short of it. You'll be staying with that on the weekends. Well, that's the long and short of it. Everyone get in line for this train. It's a long line. Somehow made length into a Holocaust joke. But that's what going long will do.
All right, probably shouldn't open the show with Sam talking about clits and the Holocaust. That one's not on me. He didn't run that by me before this set. All right, you guys, you got to pick the winner. If you're on the side of length, let's hear it for Nate Balding, everybody. All right. And if you're on the side of really long clits, let's hear it for Sam Tallent, everyone. All right. Well, Nate Balding's your winner, everybody. Big round of applause for both Nate and Sam.